Good morning, my fellow walking Bibles. It is about 4:45 on Saturday morning, August the 6th, and haven't been able to sleep. My neck's hurting. I've got a headache, so the Lord told me might as well get up and get started on what He's been telling me I needed to be doing. I heard a preacher say, Perry Stone say the other day that if you have been called to be a watcher or been told to watch by the Lord, then if you do not do that, or you watch and you do not deliver what the Lord shows you or what you see, then you're going to be held accountable for it when we stand before God. So I've been meaning to get this started for some time. For the last 3 years, the Lord has dropped an awful lot of things in my spirit, and that I need to deliver to you. The first thing I wanted to tell you is that the way when the Lord called me, He not only called me to be a preacher, and I'll read you the scripture that explains that, but I had been through the military, and I had gotten a job at Quality Paint and Body in Killeen, and I had trained as a automotive refinishing specialist, and had gotten out of training and was making a good salary. Cynthia and I were married for several years, and we, at that point in time, we had 2 automobiles. We had a house full of furniture, and we were eating well. And the next thing for us to do would have been to buy us a house. And but the Lord started calling me to preach and telling me to obey Him, and I just I didn't want to. I knew how much time that it took to be a refinishing specialist at that time. It wasn't an 8 to 5 job, and many times working on the weekend. But and I knew how much time it would take to be a preacher if you do it correctly. So I argued with the Lord a bit, told Him I don't want to do that. I got a good job and nice furniture and 2 nice cars, and but He wouldn't leave me alone about it. One night I walked into Belton Full Gospel Tabernacle Church and for a prayer meeting, and it was a come and go as you wanted to, just come in. Church was darkened and the music was playing. You go down to the altar and pray however much you want, and then go home. Well, I'd gone down to the altar and I was trying to pray, and the Lord started in on me again about what He wanted me to do, and I said, Lord, leave me alone. I'm trying to pray here. And so He told me to get up from the altar, go back to where I had laid my Bible. He said, open that Bible and read what the scripture that your eyes fall upon. So I did as He instructed me, and I will read you 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter and the 5th verse is exactly the scripture. Well, let me go back a little bit. I told the Lord if He wanted me to be a preacher, He was going to have to send an angel or show me a burning bush or something of that magnitude to make me to make me do it. So that night I went to the altar and came back up to obey the Lord, to pick up my Bible and read the scripture that my eyes fell on. It was 2 Timothy 4th chapter 5th verse, and where it says, but you be watchful in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of your ministry. fulfill your ministry is actually what it says in the New King James. And so from that minute forward, I knew that was my burning bush. That was my message from an angel. I could not argue with that. Now, most of my ministry, I have done my best to fulfill the part of being an evangelist and fulfilling my ministry. And then in the last, as you know, in the last 22 years, I've been pretty successful at enduring afflictions, so there's a check mark there. But recently, about 3-4 years ago, the Lord started dealing with me about being watchful, watching therefore in all things, and see, so that as far as the what's transpiring in the world, what's transpiring in our government, what's transpiring in the church world, and how it affects me and you as walking Bibles. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Is I have been watchful for about the last 3 years, and the Lord has downloaded an immense amount of information and things that He's wants me to share with y'all. So I'm going to do my best, regardless of how I feel, to get that information out to you as quickly as possible after He gives it to me. Now, there's a pretty good backup of stuff that He's given to me. So, stay tuned. Pop you some popcorn. Get you an uncomfortable chair so that you don't get too comfortable and fall asleep on me. No, really, I'm just kidding. Sit in as comfortable a chair as you want, and make yourself comfortable. And because the messages are not going to be long, they're going to be relatively bullet type sermonettes or just downloads of information that's going to occur rather quickly. I'm going to deal with one subject at a time, one thing that He shows me at a time. So I appreciate y'all. I love you, fellow walking Bibles, and I just want to make sure that all of us are prepared for what is going on now and what is happening as it relates to the book of Daniel and the book of Joel and the book of Revelation, the book of Romans. So much stuff there. 2 Timothy is a book that tells about obeying and preaching in season and out of season. So it talks about how people would not endure sound doctrine anymore. So and that's right before He told me the scripture about watching and enduring and making and fulfilling my ministry. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears peeled for those little bullets, those little quick sessions of information, and I will get them out to you as quickly as possible. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. I'm sending this only out to the group of Walking Bibles, and then I will leave it up to you, to y'all, as the Lord leads your spirit as to who you share it with. And share it as wide as you want, or keep it to yourself. But that's what I'm going to do with it. And y'all, I will appreciate y'all for doing your part to spread it. And because we're all in this together, we're all walking Bibles. It's no one is greater than the other. So I appreciate y'all. And now I'm going to go. Maybe the Lord will let me go get some sleep and get rid of this headache.